Hello, everybody. I'm back, and I'm gonna start a new series this time. Uh, I'm excited for this series. I think it's a good idea. It's not really the most unique idea. I'm sure some other people already do it, but it's something I want to do, and it's something I think that would be just useful on YouTube. So this series is gonna be called something along the lines of Games with Gold Spotlight or something like that. I don't know specifically what I'm going to call it, but I'm going to show off the games that you get for free for having gold on Xbox One. I think it's 2 per month. So I'm going to show them off, just one quick video, just to see if the game is worth downloading and playing, because not everyone has the fastest internet or the most time in the world. So, you could spend 20 minutes, see if the game is fun, and if it looks like something you want, then you could download it. This game is called Hand of Fate. I have already played it before. I've played a lot of it. I streamed it on Twitch. Almost the entire game. I played every mission but the last mission. I did play the last mission, but I lost on it a bunch, and I eventually stopped streaming. I didn't just quit the game, I quit streaming altogether for reasons I'm not going to talk about right now. But so I have experience in this game. A lot of the games with gold I won't. I'm just going to jump right into it because I want to play 2 missions to show it off, I think. So this is the dealer. He's like the narrator, and he kind of progresses the game along. And everything is about cards.
Let the cards fall where they may. We begin.
So we're this little dude right here, and this is our map. We can only move to things directly adjacent from us. So we're just going to move forward. On the bottom left, we have our health, food, and gold, and behind that, our inventory. But I'm not really going to look at that yet. It's pretty simple. I'll explain things as we go. You eat 1 food per turn.
That first moment, that glinting word, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing lacking.
You eat 1 food per turn. If you run out, I believe you start taking like maybe 10 damage per move or something like that. So you need to stay on top of that for sure. This is an event card. I don't know what it's actually called, but I'm going to call it an event card. You land on it, and it takes up a move, and something will happen. This time, we see a weapon glinting in the sunlight, lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of the canyon. The walls of the canyon are covered in thick vines, perfect for climbing. So I will climb down to retrieve the weapon. This is a big aspect of the game. It's successes and failures.
Choose from these options.
There's these 4. And as we saw a second ago, 3 of them are successes, 1 of them is a failure. So I have a 1 in 4 chance to have something bad happen. It's just luck. There's no watching where the card goes or anything. But 3 and 4 is a really good chance. So very carefully, I make my way down to the bottom of the canyon. Retrieve 1 weapon from the ancient corpse. And I'm going to get a random card that's in his deck. I guess since this is the first mission, it's probably not random. It's just a sword. So that does 3 base damage better than what we have. So I will equip it.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
So this is where we get a choice. Up or right. I should probably know my directions by now. I'm going to go up. So this is how you exit the floor.
Once more, seeking the heart of it all.
Each little section of cards is 1 floor. Once you get to the exit, you can leave, or you can look back and go back to the ones that we've already seen. Sometimes, I don't know what affects this, sometimes he'll flip the cards and show you what you're passing by. He's not showing me now. So I don't know for sure what makes that happen. But I'm just going to go down.
This is what
continue
I'm
on
for. You show some aptitude for the game. Perhaps this will not be as boring as I thought.
This is the first mission, so it's really simple. The map layouts usually, will get more complex and bigger. So we're stopping at a shop. I guess I'll go there to show it off, but I really don't have enough money for anything. Shops, you buy things, sell things. It's just like almost any other game. You can also buy food if you're low on it at shops.
If you were wondering why
what I go to
all that gold,
most of the time.
You now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. The back and forth between resources and rewards.
I don't really like interrupting him. If he talks too long, I will. But I kind of like his commentary, so if it's short, I'll let him talk. I can heal here, buy food here, which I think, you can get 1 food for 4, 10 food for 30, so it's like value bundles and stuff. And several items. I'm not going to go over all the items because there's a bunch of them, but if you have the gold, you could read these and see if you want them. But I don't really have much gold, so I'm just going to move on. In the past, I've had some bugs with this game. It's had some freezing issues and just various glitches. I don't know if they've been fixed. If they have, then that's a definite improvement because it got pretty bad.
What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh?
So I think this is going to be our first fight. A slight rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in grave danger. Draw 1 monster card. So he's going to draw a card, and it's going to be a number and then a type of enemy. And this time it's a 2 of dust, which means 2 dust enemies, which is fairly easy, but it's the first mission, so it's going to be. One issue I might have, I'm not sure yet. You might hear me button spamming, because my mic does tend to pick up on that. So if you do, I'm sorry. So this is the layout of it. It's usually just small little maps. There's the controls. I could have used that earlier. Alright. So it's kind of like, what do you call it? Assassin's Creed or the Batman games, where there's just like a basic attack, counters, and dodges. It's very simple, but it's kind of satisfying just beating the heck out of some people. And it does get difficult. That was 2 of the easiest enemies in the game, so of course I didn't get hit, but it can get pretty bad. While searching the area for anything worth salvaging, you realize that one of your opponents is only pretending to be dead. See, I could leave him to be alive, and I think either he would come back to hurt me, or he'd probably just come back to hurt me, so I'm going to kill him. This time it's a 3 in 4 chance to kill him. He might hurt me if I fail. But luckily, I do not. A quick weapon blow to the head fixes that. You finish searching the area, and I get 3 gain cards, which can be random good things.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
He gets us a sword, which we already have.
The most fundamental symbol.
That's whatever. I guess I'll equip it, just so I have a fresher one that doesn't actually do anything.
Really? Is that what you
3 food, which is nice. And 5 food. I mean, we're not going to run out of food. This mission is really short. But, just to show it off. Now we go to Dead Man's Gorge.
I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason.
While crossing the ancient rope bridges, While crossing the ancient rope bridges of Dead Man's Gorge, you hear the sound of movement from below. It's an ambush. Draw 1 monster card. Another 2 of dust, which means another very simple fight. On this game, I got on stream. I streamed every day for a while. I got to the very last mission, and it was difficult. I died several times, and then also I had a problem where the camera was really weird. I had a problem where my game froze when I got to the end. And so I got to the very last boss. I beat all the, like, this part, walking to the boss, and my game froze. And I got really mad, and I stopped playing the game. I don't know if those freezes are still in the game.
Increasing the effect of one
The healing that the players receive is
all you
doubled.
need is a channel for power. and
If the bugs are in this game, they are certainly annoying. Like, I hated them. They made me not want to play sometimes. I can't tell you if it's still there or not.
You have reached my first champion. A good man, driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron, I forge my tools. Now we see your metal.
Alright, so this is the boss. It's just one big fight.
Will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Some cards give us these tokens, and when you get them, you'll unlock more cards that he'll continue to add to the deck. And they can be good, they can be bad, but you can permanently unlock something bad, like an event card that is something just awful, like you fell down a hole, and it'll just be permanently added to the deck. So the farther you advance, the harder it gets. There's bonuses too, but it goes both ways. So this time it's the boss card plus 4 of dust. So it's a bigger fight than we've seen before. I reset all my progress,
Some
just so
enemy
you know.
attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counter.
He's talking about counters. I don't have a shield, so you can't see it, but you see him, they start to swing at me, and then it goes slow motion a little bit. I just died, or got hit there. When it does that, there'll be like a green marking above their head, and you can push Y, I think, to counter it, which you'll dodge and hit them back. But these red ones cannot be countered, so you have to just dodge roll out of the way or back up, do something. It's really simple, but it's satisfying. I like it, and combat isn't really what draws me to this game. It's the card system and the narrator, and I don't know, just it's fun. I like it.
Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul.
I think it's a better streaming
One champion
game
has been
than
sent to the
YouTube
cabinet.
game, though.
Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last.
I reached the last hurdle. I didn't
You may
pass it.
claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained.
Alright, so that's what I was talking about earlier. Some of these are good cards, some of these are bad, and they're permanently added to the deck. So, we're getting a lot of things, and it keeps adding the more you play the game. And I like that, it's fun. You get some bad things that you wish you never unlocked, but
Deal again.
it's all fun. All fun in games. There's also...
Game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of.
There's also something called Endless Mode, which we do not have unlocked.
Ah, good. Now you understand the basics. We can begin in earnest. Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset.
I'll let him
Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court.
Alright, so we don't have Endless Mode unlocked, but it just goes endlessly until you die. So it's kind of like a score-based thing, just after you beat the story mode to play. I don't know when you unlock it. I had it unlocked before beating the game on my other save, so I assume you unlock it early, but I don't remember how early. These are all the missions. I beat all of these, 3, 6, 9, 12, and then one appeared at the top, which was the final mission. So I got to the 13th mission and ended up not beating it. So that kind of stinks. If this goes over well, this is how I'm going to do these games with gold episodes. If it's enjoyable, I'm having a good time with it, and other people are having a good time with it, I might continue the series. It's really up to you. I'd have to see something in the comments. So, I mean, if you don't care whether I do it or not, just watch a video, move on. That's basically how I'm gonna go with it. But a couple of people saying yes, I want to see that game or whatever. I'd like to get a good back and forth if there's something you don't like about my channel, or things you think I could improve on. I'd rather you tell me than say nothing and just move on, because I want to become a better YouTuber. I don't know why I started
Take your
ranting.
time if you like. I've waited long.
I don't know why I started ranting about that, but I'm not going to play a second mission. I thought I was, so there is some more to show of this game. If you would like, I could continue it. That's all up to you. There's DLC that I have not looked at all. I don't know if it's free or not. I'll have to look into that. But there's like different updates and DLC that I haven't seen whatsoever. So there would be some new stuff for me too. That's Hand of Fate. I'm not going to give them a rating out of 10. I wasn't sure how I was going to end this off. I'm not a big fan of those kind of ratings because I'm really bad at deciding things like that. I'm just going to say whether or not I personally recommend it. That does not mean it's a good game. It's whether I, as a person, had fun with it. And Hand of Fate, even though it has lots of bugs and glitches, possibly had lots of bugs and glitches. I don't know if they're fixed yet. I would definitely recommend this game. I think it's a lot of fun. It didn't take me too long to get to the very end. I mean,
take your time.
The last mission, it was taking some time, but I like games of challenge, so that's up to you.
But feel free to familiarize
that's gonna be this video. I'm gonna do some more Game with Gold and maybe eventually move on to whatever the PlayStation one's called, like PlayStation Spotlight or something. I don't remember. I'm just gonna start off with Xbox for a while though, so you'll maybe see this series twice a month. I hope you like it. I liked making it, and have a good day.